Hi. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen this, but I think it's so funny, I gotta show it again. This is the one return that I had so far. And I took this apart trying to figure out what to do with this. I can't figure out. I really don't know what's wrong with it. But this is what's happening with this unit, and it's funny, and I just want to put it on a video again. So here it goes. The unit is powered on. It's a Sony Hi-Fi stereo VCR. I'll put the tape in. And the tape automatically is rolling. The counter is ticking. You can hear the unit working. You stop it and you press eject. And this is what happens. This thing just does not like tapes. I can't figure out what's wrong with it. So that's why the guy returned it, because every time he would eject the tape, it would just spit out, and yeah, so I don't blame him. Anyway, that's the only return I have so far on all my electronics. And that brings me down to, I want to talk to you guys. Let me show you what I mean. Alright, I got some components here that they are sitting here and they're not working. All of these I purchased either Goodwill, Savers, thrift store, pawn shop, whatever. Some of them on average I paid probably about $6 to $7. Some of them a little bit more, some of them less. Like for example, this DVD combo here at the pawn shop was $3, $10, $6, $7, $5. There's some good equipment here. There's a couple nice receivers, Sansui, Denon, some Pioneer, some VCRs. Some of them, most of them power on, most of them work, but they do have some issues. Issues that are not worth fixing for me, and it's not worth selling for parts. So what happens with stuff like this when you bought 10 items, you tested them and you have issues? Couple ways to get rid of it. I wouldn't recommend donating it again, because somebody's gonna pay for it again. They're gonna have a problem. So you can either post quick ad with just one picture of all of them sitting on Craigslist or OfferUp, LetGo, any of the apps, and just say as is, units have issues, name your price, and whatever, and you will get rid of it. For example, I got total of 11 units here, including that VCR that I was showing you, and on average I paid about $7 for these. So I got about $77 into those units, and of course some time, because I picked them up, test them. Here's what I do. I have a guy who fixes my equipment, especially if it's something higher end and I need some repair done. Although he is quite far away from me, it's about an hour and 20 minutes ride, because he's totally on the other side of Chicago, and it takes a while. But if I have something decent, I'll bring it to him and he will work on it. Right now he's working on very nice Pioneer turntable that needed some fixing, and the parts for the unit were about $40, and he's charging me $60 to swap the parts on it. The gentleman is retired. That's all he's been doing all his life, repairing stereo and hi-fi equipment. And anytime I have a chance to go there to pick something up, I will wait till I got enough equipment, because I'm gonna pay him for all the work that he's doing on my turntable with this equipment. And I already sent him a picture, except 2 units were not on a picture, but I sent him a picture. John, this is what I got. Are you okay with me bringing this to pay you for the time that you're working on my unit? And he said absolutely yes. So he works on this stuff all the time and he needs all kinds of parts, and he's very glad that I'm bringing this stuff to him. So basically, instead of me paying him $60 for the repair, I'm paying him basically $77 because that's what I spend on this equipment. So it's not money thrown away. I know a lot of people have a problem with that because, you know, out of every 5 or 6 units that you buy out there, there's going to be a unit that has issues that you can resell and it's not worth selling for parts. So that's what I do. But there's a lot of different ways you can go about it. So, but I would definitely not recommend to try to donate this stuff again, because it's just, you know, you don't want anybody else going through the same problem. So, all right, guys, let's talk about a little bit, little update. It's end of the month today, February 28th, the last day of the month, short month, short February. So, but I did good, although I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I'm gonna try to say excuses. For example, we started working on my basement, so my basement floor got sanded and they applied acid to it and they put epoxy on it, so my basement wasn't accessible for like 5 days. But I think that's just an excuse. Why am I saying excuse? Because I only listed 17 items this month. Just kind of ridiculous, because I said I was gonna list 1 or 2 items a day, anywhere between 30 to 60 items. Guess what? It did not happen. So, you know, I kept telling myself, oh, I lost almost a week, that's why I didn't do so good. It's just an excuse. Although I am very busy doing other stuff, as you guys know, but I still did great as far as selling stuff. Exceptionally well. I end up selling total of, I got written down here actually, this is my total here. So let's look at this. So 17 items listed, sold 26 of them for total of $1,895. So not bad at all. I mean, shorter month, pretty good sales, you know, for a short month. Almost $2,000. Of course, minus the fees and all that good stuff. Exceptionally good, because I tell you why. I only had at the beginning of the month, how many items? I think I had about 55 items listed at the beginning of the month. And then I listed throughout the month 17, 26 sold. So I can't complain. At the moment I got only like 40 items listed, right? And over 50% sell-through rate. So actually pretty damn incredible. I'm very proud what happened in February. I'm not proud that I didn't list a whole lot, but numbers look really, really good. Hopefully next month I will list a little bit more. Now, why is this fun overall, even if you have issues with the equipment, like I had, you know, 11 items are sitting there that didn't pan out, because I enjoy it, right? What I'm getting at, guys, exceptional video was just put out today by a friend of mine, who I'm so glad that he's back shooting videos. He's been in a YouTube community for 5 years, although he disappeared about 2 years ago because of some medical issues, medical illness that he had. And I'm so glad he's doing so much better now and he's back in a groove. Started making videos again about a month ago. It mainly was updates on his recovery from his problems. Great guy, friend of mine. I'm gonna link his channel below. Go watch that video because it totally makes sense. Okay, I'm talking about Michael Pierce. Michael, and if you're watching, I love your stuff. I always do. You got a ton of knowledge, especially in gaming field. So I'm so glad you are back, and I'm so glad you're making videos again. And today's video that you made, absolutely fantastic. I agree with you 100% with everything that you said in that video. And that is, guys, that a lot of people are missing the whole point. If you can't make this fun and enjoyable, it's not gonna work. I'm not gonna spoil his video. Go watch it. He talks about it, how important fundamentals of building an eBay business or any kind of business, building from ground up, but you need that foundation. And if you're trying to resell all kinds of stuff, most of the time it will not work and you will get discouraged. That's why this experiment and the stuff that I'm selling here as far as vintage electronics and electronics in general, even though that I have some bad units here, it doesn't discourage me. I love this stuff. It makes me feel good. It's my toys. I love it. I know a lot about it, and it makes it so much easier to sell. That's why you're seeing everything in the background here. These are my toys. This is what I like to do. So I'm gonna link Michael's video in the description. Go check it out. Show him some love. I know a lot of you already know him, especially those of you who've been around on YouTube for a while. But all the new viewers, if you never seen Michael content, go check him out. Show some love. Tell him that Pete Craigslist Hunter send you. I'm sure he will appreciate it. Great guy, lots of knowledge, especially his older videos from, like, 2-3 years ago. Ton of stuff, great content, so go watch it. So now I want to show you guys just 4 items, cool items that I sold, and talk about them a little bit in February, and why they're interesting to resell. The first item I'm going to talk about is this Bose Acoustimate Lifestyle Double Cube speaker. If you guys watch my video probably for about a month ago, or maybe even a month and a half ago, I picked this little guy for $4 I think at Goodwill. Great condition overall, fully tested, works fantastic. But a funny thing was, eBay restricted me of reselling this item. I couldn't list it till I get 25 positive feedbacks. So finally I got my 25 feedbacks. I think I'm at 29 feedbacks right now, and I was able to list this. So I listed for $32.95 and it sold like within 2 days. Sold for $32.95 with $8 shipping. And they're great to resell because people have complete systems of these, and sometimes they have 4, 6, 5. It depends what kind of system they have, and once in a while one of them will go bad on them and they just need a replacement. They need 1 unit, so these will sell really good. I could have priced it a little bit higher, maybe like for $40, and waited a little bit. But most of them were priced right around $35 to $40. So I undercut it a little bit. I was anxious to move this since I got it and it was just sitting on my shelf. And it sold within a couple days. So always look out for these if you can buy them. Even if you buy a whole set, sometimes it's very good to separate them and sell them individually instead of selling the whole set. You will get more money because the whole set will probably go for about $120, $130. And if you separate them, and if you got 5 of them, and if you sell them for roughly $35 a pop, you do the math. Now here's an item that you guys probably know already about it, and there is huge variety and price discrepancy between Walkmans. Okay, there'll be some cheapies that will sell for $15, $20. There'll be some mid-range like this one. This is a Sport, the yellow one. It was in great condition, that sold for $55 with original headphones. And there'll be some units that will sell well over 100, also from Sony, but also Sharp, Iowa, Sanyo. There was a lot of good brands back in the day that they were making good quality Walkmans. So this one I picked up for $5. This one I picked up actually at the pawn shop, and sold within probably 3-4 days of listing. And as you can see here, it was already in very good condition, but I actually went through the unit completely. I removed the cover, I cleaned it, I cleaned the heads. It was spotless, and I put down seller refurbished. I went through this unit like there's no tomorrow, seriously. I mean, it looked like brand new. So because of me doing that, I was able to get 55 bucks for it with $7 shipping, and it sold really quickly. Always keep an eye on Walkmans because they sell extremely well. All right, this next unit here, you've probably seen me in one of my videos picking up at Goodwill. This is a Kai, just a disc player, but this is one of their first disc players when CDs came out, and this was a unit that was using a class 1 laser in it. 1985, definitely vintage, one of their better units when they came out with the CDs, and there's a lot of collectors for stuff like that. So if you have a chance, if you see units, they are a little bit more bulkier, square, that they have that square look from 80s. They're a little bit thicker than your standard CD player. Sometimes it's worth looking them up because some of them will bring good money. There's a lot of collectors for that mid 80s audio stuff, and that's exactly what this unit was. Sold for 80 bucks with $15 shipping, and sold also within few days. I don't remember how much I paid for it. I think it was either $4 or $5 for the unit. That's how cheap usually the Goodwill or Savers will price the CD players, because most people won't pick them up, and they know that, you know, if they put any higher price on them, they just gonna sit. So you just gotta know what to look for. That's why I'm showing you this unit, because in 80s and 90s, Akai was one of the top-notch companies making audio equipment. All right, this is going to be the last unit I'm going to share with you guys, and the reason I want to talk about this first, as you can see in a picture, I have a little monitor now in the back of the unit that it's showing that the unit is actually working, that it's playing a tape. It's a VCR, but don't be mistaken. It's not a regular, just a VHS, regular VCR player, because this is Super VHS player. And the brand is not the best. Mitsubishi never made any high-end, just a few models out there that are actually higher end. Most of the stuff was just mediocre. But there's always a big demand for the super VHSs. It was always higher priced back in, you know, late 80s and 90s, and not many people were buying them. So the ones that you are able to find these days will demand bigger money. This unit sold for $60 and sold instantly. I listed this and it sold within like 2 or 3 hours. Sold for 60 bucks with $16 shipping, and I've been using now the display of showing in the background that unit is performing and working. That builds a little confidence when customer is buying from you. Great little setup. I bought that actually little monitor at Goodwill. I used to have one very long time ago that broke on me, and I found this one very easy setup. You just hook up your AV cables to it like you would to normal TV, and it's a small 7-inch monitor that you can display that the unit is actually playing. So that's a great tip if you guys are into selling, especially video equipment. That's a good way of showing off that the unit is working properly. So that's it for as some units that I want to share with you. And now let me talk about something really cool. So I'm actually very super excited to share this with you guys. I know I already shared this a couple times on my Facebook. Is this brand new design from me that, you know, I say this from time to time, and somebody mentioned to me from you guys, from the audience, that I should make a t-shirt like this. And I did, and it comes in 4 different colors. The slogan is "Find it, grab it, flip it." I think it's pretty cool. It comes in 3 different colors. Comes in black, this navy kind of bluish, and also kind of dark greenish, dark olive color. Pretty cool, 3 designs. I'm gonna link it below, so we'll take you directly to the site that you can choose the color, the size, and you can purchase the t-shirt. I think it's pretty cool design, pretty fun, and it also will support the channel a little bit. So I'm super excited actually to share this, because already few people bought these and they send me pictures wearing them, and they look pretty damn cool. So if you guys feel like supporting the channel, go ahead and grab one. Pretty cool slogan. I think you're gonna enjoy it. Good quality t-shirt. So I really appreciate all of you watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Little tips and tricks that I showed you. And please go watch Michael Pierce's video. Really motivating, really good points. Everything that he says, I agree with it 100%. So show him some love, and go subscribe to his channel. Thank you guys for watching once again. Appreciate it. Till next time. Cheers.